But what I want to do is put a board in there to make the board that Ralph's going to pass into his CNC machine and cut tonight, and how we'd go to prepare that. So I'm at the project level now, and there's different levels in SketchList: project, assembly, doors, drawers, and hardware and boards. But you want to be in that level, so I'm going to be in the project level, and I just did that right there. Right? Got that. That's the project level. I select that assembly, go to the assembly level, and what I'm going to do, take this board. All right, so it's 12 by 3/4 by. All right, so I'm going to bring in a new board form, which is a SketchList function. I'm going to call this just that. So the board requires a name, unique name. Select the material you're going to make it out of, and a board could be really made out of anything. And here I'm going to look at the sizes of the first board. So the first board was 12 inches high, and this is a sideboard. So the width is going to be 3/4 of an inch, and that'll be the thickness. And the depth is going to be 20. So I just picked those numbers right off of the calculator. And these are the numbers that, those are the sizes of the initial board, the original board. So that would be it. And I need to specify the grain direction, which is going to go the height like that. All right. So add that board. So now that's my board. And if I go to the board detail level here, and I'm going to take the inside of that board, and what I want to do first is I'm going to put the data in. So this is a whole or data, and the A direction is how far is it from the bottom, and in our model it's an inch. And point B is going to be 0 because that data was going to start right in the very beginning of that board. And I want to rectangle, by the way. Height
Dave, I'm just asking a question. When you're starting the data right on the edge of the board, is it possible to start at 1/4 of an inch past the end of the board?
No, you can't exceed the board limit because it doesn't know about. That's like walking off the end of the earth.
Yep.
All right. So the point B, so I'm starting it at 0. The height is going to be 3/4 of an inch, which is what it is. The width is going to be the width of the board, 20 inches. And the depth, I'm just going to make it as 1/4 of an inch. I don't think Ralph really cares about that depth because he's going to take care of that on his side of the table. So I'll just save that.
But it's still a good idea at this point. You should be putting that in there.
I put it in as 1/4 inch. Is that efficient? Okay.
That's fine.
And then back to the board detail level. And this is the back edge of the board. I'm going to put a rabbit in. So I'm at the board detail level. I grab the edge on which the rabbit will be cut. And then I just select quantity. Just spin this around so you can see I'm at the back of the board. If I do this, there's a label out here, back. And you have a huge amount of control over where you want to, cut the rabbit top to bottom or whatever. And I just generally accept the defaults, except for, well, I do that too. Pay a little bit of attention. You see that rabbit's on the wrong side of this board, so I'm just going to flip it over to the right. And now we've got a dado to hold the bottom shelf, and we have a rabbit on the back for the backboard. And then I'm going to put some holes onto this board. So I'm going to go holes. So there's my hole. And then what I can do, I can go back into that hole function and edit those holes. Take that hole I'm going to clone and space it. I'm going to put 3 holes there from the bottom, and I'm going to space them 1.5 inches apart and clone them. Now what I can do is I can do that same process. I'm going to take this first hole, or this hole, and I'm going to clone and space it. There we go. And this time I want to do it toward the left, and it will be 1 clone, say 12 inches, maybe 13 inches, like that. Right. Do that. Then I can take this one and clone it again, just the same as I did those others. This time it's up from the bottom. 3 of these, 1.5 inches each, 1.5 and 12. Shut this down. And this is essentially the board that I'm going to pass the rod. Remembering that it's the right surface of the board that I want to pass. Actually, into this assembly, go Tools, Optimizer. And now this is going to optimize the whole project, which I don't really care for. All I really want to do is pass one board out this time. So I'm going to pass that. And here I want to show the left side. I'm sorry, the right side. And then if I come back to this and I optimize, you can see the dado and you can see the holes and the boards kind of going off to the side. Now all I have to do is export to DXF. I just save it. I had emailed it to him earlier this afternoon. Just save it over to him, and he's ready to rock and roll on that.
Win more bids, spot the mistakes early, and pull advanced reports with SketchList, a complete 3D design software for all your wood project needs.